Hey y'all, and what's up YouTube? And I'm back with another video I want to do for this morning for y'all. Okay, before I get started, y'all, yeah, I would like to thank y'all for always always liking my videos and give me but like but yeah, I wanna always you know thank y'all for always liking what I got to say my channel and always supporting me. Yeah, I say I do got some support, some love, some support. Some do like my channel and some do like my videos I made. So, I'll give y'all some on game topics. But okay, for the topic, I want to talk about the truth about hospitality. My video I'm talking about is the truth about uh, a truth about uh I say okay, okay. A truth about hospitality and how hospitality can be wrong and how it can be and how it can be affecting people's lives. My topic I want to talk about is the truth about hospitality, how it can be wrong. I think the topic is basically referred to cops, officers, and basically who on the force. Like some people who basically got raised by the cops before, and some people got raised by the officers. Missed that. I think hospitality can be a wrongful experience. I mean, some people who get arrested, somebody who gets beat up by officers over nothing. Miss that. People who getting killed, beat up, set up, or either they get put in jail for amount of time. Miss that. People who is getting harassed every single day by these officers. And but these officers out here is very much crooked, and some just got crooked laws are doing it on how they are crooked towards black people though. Like black people who getting harassed by these officers is because they are scared. They getting arrested for petty stuff. Like they say if you are drive down a neighborhood to where it's full of black people and somehow these officers stop you, and as you see your ID, your license, everything you got, miss that. These officers might ask you to, I say step out of the car, and they frisk you, things you got, miss that. Or when the cops find something very much suspicious on you and they trying to, figure out what it is, like, let's say if you got nothing in your wallet or nothing, or I say no type of weapon possession on you, the cops is gonna basically gonna harass you. And like when you get harassed by the officers, means that like these cops are using force to do stuff to you, or using force to inflict pain. And like these cops out here just like, yeah, I said like some of the officers out here is very much crooked, down low crooked people. Like, yeah, some good officers I trust, and some bad officers I don't trust at all. Like some bad officers is basically trying to raise black folks, and like, yeah, myself, I don't care if you are from the west side, north side, east side, in the south side area, miss that. You still are gonna get harassed by officers. Like some of the officers basically across the world who are very much crooked people, and because they have to figure out what they should do to protect themselves from black people who just want to who want to cause all these all these stuff going on. Like people who getting raised by officers is because they are black. Like, yeah, I said majority of all these these crooked officers is harassing black folks because they are black, in America. Like, you are black in America means that you're faced with different obstacles in life. They could be you trying to be you, and like these officers is killing all black people though, on how these things happen every single day. Like folks see on TV on how these officers is targeting black males and they get gunned down for it. Like once you feel like you're not safe or protected in your home, where you're from is that you are very much times out of 10 to be harassed or killed by the officers. You gotta be I say more aware about what cops can do to you. Like some officers are bad, and some officers I do admire and respect. Like some officers, you know, I say in the entire world is good, but yeah, some have good officers and bad officers in the world. Like I said, bad officers is the one I'm basically going after in the video. Is the ones that I'm going after is the bad crooked officers, which is I said doing stuff to black folks. But like I think these officers, they got a I said some of these white officers, who are crooked, they got a spirit of racism in them, to where they can really kill you because you're black. Like if you are, I say if you are a different race, like Indian, Hispanic, means that this cops is gonna basically try to go after the minority is the black people though. And like some of these officers in the world who are much crooked is the one I'm going after in the video is about how, you gotta be careful with these crooked officers. Some officers don't know how to do the job well, because they have to, put in a badge on and figure out what they, to do to target you. And like you gotta be careful with these type of crooked officers, particularly in Montgomery and like parts of like Birmingham, Atlanta, Chicago, New York, California. Like some of these officers, they gotta be careful with. Like these bad corrupt officers is basically doing the most to us, like yeah. And see if you are just black, you're walking around the neighborhood and you do nothing wrong, like these cops can really stop you, to figure out what you're doing, to figure out what they are doing to you. I think it's about power and force and how the officers getting off of murder. Yeah, you said they don't know about some cop gets away with murder and how these cops can get probably a month in jail or like years in jail for a crime they had committed on their own. It's by how these crooked officers is getting off of murder. Like it's if you're a cop and you got a some type of force in you to always trying to target the black people, means that you are using that to target it and force black people to do stuff that you want to do to them. Like these things might happen. Like as part of the country, like I don't know, part of the country can be on how these crooked officers is doing this stuff to black folks. Yeah, these things had happened to Joe Floyd. Things happen to like different people who died, the past years over over cops killing black men, for that matter. But I think this about how you gotta be careful with officers out here, and don't let these crooked officers trying to keep you to where you're not safe, to where you're not able to I'm not able to defend yourself from these crooked officers. Like these officers is crooked, and some of these officers, they're put in jail for life, for unjustifiable murder they're doing to black males. But The video could be towards crooked officers and how it could be bad for this to happen, going on. But so so y'all make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe to my channel, and I come back in the video probably next time. So peace. I'm out of here.